At almost every wedding reception, there's one table that commands the entire room's focus, the VIP table. You see the guests sitting there with six-figure luxury watches, designer handbags, and the keys to sports cars parked right out front. All of that capital is incredibly effective at purchasing attention, but it entirely fails to generate any actual enduring joy. But across the room, usually off in a corner, sits another table almost nobody notices. An elderly couple, 40 years together, wearing zero luxury brands. Yet when they walk into the main hall, every grandchild drops what they're doing and runs to hug them. The entire family lights up with genuine smiles. Most modern financial advice completely misses this dynamic. It teaches people how to accumulate enough cash to impress complete strangers, instead of teaching them how to be valued by the people who actually matter. Money can secure a spot in the spotlight, but a lasting legacy of family joy and respect is the only accurate measure of wealth. This kind of presence isn't an accident of birth or a stroke of luck. If we look closer, we can see that a lasting legacy follows a predictable blueprint, where even the most intangible values are treated as structural components. This structural breakdown illustrates how it works. True wealth relies on four distinct pillars holding up a central foundation: money, character, faith, and family. Each input generates a specific emotional output. Character earns respect, faith builds peace, and family creates legacy. But this creates a massive practical problem. How do you practice building this complex financial structure without risking your family's actual livelihood in volatile markets? Civil engineers don't test a brand new bridge design by driving live traffic over it. Systemic wealth requires the exact same logic: a secure, simulated testing environment before deployment. The mechanical solution to this problem is an engine we call the growth loop. In this cyclical flow diagram, the process starts with experiential learning. It bridges the gap between reading theory and applying it. Notice the protective barrier around the decision-making step. You must practice executing high-stakes choices inside this safe environment, rather than gambling live assets. Bankrupting a simulated portfolio teaches you a crucial lesson. Making that same mistake with your retirement fund destroys a decade of hard work. By systematically navigating these manufactured failures and successes over and over again, you forge genuine, unshakable financial confidence. By proving your competence across hundreds of simulated scenarios, you develop a sense of self-reliance. You find you no longer need the social signaling of the VIP table because you have developed the internal certainty of your own capability. Because at the end of your life, all the financial success in the world means little if you walk into a room and nobody is genuinely happy to see you. Someone who has utilized the growth loop stops fighting for a seat at the VIP table and instead becomes the solid foundation their family leans on. This systemic approach to independence is guided by AbangABu, the wealth engineer. His core philosophy: become the person your family is grateful to have around. You don't have to figure out how to build this complex legacy in isolation. Join the cash flow gym and start your own experiential learning process today. Start practicing safe decision-making right now and take your very first step toward becoming a financially independent millionaire.